All right, you guys, welcome back to another video. So, man, today has been an interesting day for me. Today I took a mental day in a sense to kind of just get away from a lot and just kind of have some time to just be to myself and try to, um, push myself to a better mind state and what I've been here in the recent months. As you guys may know, I was consistent at one point on here, man, dropping a video every day. But things changed in my life that I kind of didn't expect to change, and things happened. I'm not gonna really get too much into that, but today, I was just watching a lot of random stuff. So I'm fascinated, or I have a certain obsession with tornadoes. I'm terrified of them, but then I have a certain obsession with them. So randomly, I just went on Google and was like, have there ever been a tornado? Have a plane ever flew through a tornado? And yeah, in instances, you have had planes fly through tornadoes, or what you call a mesoclone. Is formed differently than what a traditional tornado would be formed. But it's like when you look at a lot of times if those planes crash, the fatality rate was everybody on the plane. And it's like just thinking, we don't know when our last day is here. We don't know when we're going to take our last breath. We don't know when we're going to eat our last food. We don't know when we're going to see our last loved one. And I was like I said, I've been kind of going through something with my family in terms of just kind of feeling ostracized and feeling like a black sheep, and not feeling like anybody really prioritizes me or prioritizes potentially my mental health. Like nobody really calls and check in on me. I'm always calling people, but if I don't call them, they don't call me. If I don't go see them, they don't see me. So those type of things start to pay on you psychologically. And it had a date when my birthday was what was that, last Sunday? This past Sunday, and the Sunday before last, on the 7th, July 7th, and just not getting a happy birthday from my mom and pretty much all day from my sister, and those are like two of the most important people in my life, and to not get that, it hurt. It really did hurt. But I'm not gonna jump too far into that. I just want to just talk about, bro, we really do not know when our last day on this earth. Like, we don't know. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna go to sleep and wake up the next morning. I don't know if I'm gonna see, to be able to make it to see 29 years old. Man, I know a lot of people that I went to school with, and I never thought. I used to always hear people say this. You ain't gonna talk to half of the people you went to school, which I don't. But I've seen, because of social media, a lot of them that I went to school with are dead, or in jail for the rest of their lives. And these are guys that I knew personally. I sat next to these guys in the classroom. You know what I mean? And it hits home sometimes when you kind of just look at like, man, and then you think like, bro, we really never know. And most of us, we live our lives so purposeless, like we never pursue anything. We really just kind of live. It's almost like it's the term living paycheck to paycheck. You know what I mean? And it's like you're always living for the next paycheck. Like you're never living for the future. So it's hard to plan because you're in what I like to call survival mode. So it's hard to say, I want to take a vacation to Phoenix. I want to take a vacation to Florida when you just don't have the funds to be spent to just be splurging like that. And then you never know when financial things are going to pop up in life. You never know when something is going to happen that you got to take that money that would have been for a vacation and put it towards this just because of the priority. And this is a must need, and that's not necessarily a priority. But a lot of us lives our lives like that, man. Like a lot of us spend so much time talking about the things that we want to do. We say we want to be a lawyer. We say we want to be a doctor. We say we want to be a CEO of a company. We say we want to be self-employed, but none of us are making the steps necessary to be self-employed. Like I always say that, I tell you guys that I want to be a broadcaster and on top of somewhat of a motivational speaker. And it's like, but I keep allowing life to veer me off of that path, opposed to me just staying on that path and understanding that the bull crap is going to come. Loss is going to come in life, whether it be death or whether it just be you going apart from people, or whether it be breakups. It's going to be a lot of those things that's going to come along this journey in life. You're going to meet some great people, some people that they're only there for that time being, but you can say you knew them, and you can say that this is what I learned from that chapter in my life, being around that specific person or being with that person, depending on the situation. So, a lot of us, we really live our life without any type of purpose, like at all. And I think that's what ultimately puts me in a bad mood, because like at my job, right? I take my job serious. I don't come to work to bullshit. I don't come to work to half-ass. I don't come to work to run from work. I come to work to make a difference. I actually come to work to contribute to the overall cause. I know a lot of people say, well, why should I work hard to help somebody else accomplish their dreams? Okay, cool. For one, working hard, period, is always good because you can take the work ethic that you're applying here and put that towards your things individually. You know what I mean? But you can't be mad because you're settling for a certain lifestyle working for this company or this person. You know what I mean? It ain't nothing wrong working for somebody until you can get on your feet, until you can do what you want to do. You know, right now, this don't pay bills for me. My sports channel don't pay bills for me. My job pays bills for me. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, the money I'm taking here and the money that's allowing me to be where I'm at in life is allowing me to be able to contribute to those dreams. So, you know, we can't hate this person because it's not this person's fault that he worked hard. You know, it's like majority of the people on this planet are consumers. They're not producers. They're not sellers. You know what I mean? So it's easy to get rich in this day and age because most people are consumers. Most people are on YouTube all day or Instagram and Twitter all day and not making a dime for it. I heard Charleston White in one of his videos. If you know who Charleston White is, you do. That's good. If you don't, it is what it is. But he was saying that one day his buddy made him feel dumb as hell. Because he was like, he used to get on Facebook every day and would go live for like hours. And, you know, would really be on there arguing with people. And he was like, one day his buddy told him, he's like, bro, you literally getting on social media and spending hours, 3 or 4 hours on this thing at a time, and you ain't making a dime. Like, you broke, but you won't hear. And he was like, when that hit him and he found out that you can make money, he's like, I got to find a way to make money in this thing. You know what I mean? So it's like you find the purpose. And it ain't always just about money. You know what I mean? Like, I enjoy these type of videos. I enjoy sports. So it ain't always just about money. I don't really have a desire to be rich. I have a desire to feel like I'm walking in my purpose. And I feel like, you know, me settling for this 9 to 5 is preventing me from being the person that I was meant to be ultimately. You know what I mean? Because I'm so fearful of going and achieving and pushing towards my dreams and possibly failing. You know, and some people almost, it might be the reverse effect. They might be scared of succeeding because they know how it's going to turn the people that's around them. You know, and sometimes some people just like, man, I don't have nobody to celebrate nothing with, you know, so it is what it is, you know what I mean? So everybody's way of thinking is their way of thinking, not saying that it's right or wrong, you know what I mean? So everybody have a different way of thinking, but if all of us lived our lives every day and understood that, bro, it's a blessing every day for me to wake up, whether I'm going through anything physically, spiritually, mentally, or all of the above, it's a blessing. And every day that you wake up, it's an opportunity to get to that place you're striving for. But you have to be willing to take the hits that's going to come along with pushing forward towards whatever it is you're pushing forward. You know what I mean? It's going to take to have that willpower that says, regardless of how many times I fail, I'm going to keep going. You know, you got to have that willpower in life to say, regardless of if I feel that the people that I love the most are inconsistent and not being there and helping me through our life in terms of not financially, but just kind of keeping me afloat mentally whenever I feel like, you know, fuck it all, you know, I just want to just, you know, curl up in the ball and just don't say nothing to nobody. Having those people that kind of talk you back into that, or, you know, put you back on your route of your purpose, you know what I mean? But I'm gonna be that for myself. I know I can't have it in these people, but I'm gonna be that for myself. So whenever I go through those things, I'm gonna say, you know what, Rob, life is, you're not wrong for feeling the way you feel about life. But at the end of the day, you can't soak on it. All you can do is just do what you can do and move forward. You know what I mean? But it comes down to just, you know, trying to find that purpose. And like I say, man, I know I keep reiterating this, but it really is facts, bro. Like, if you really think about it, if you looked at life in that mindset and you lived every day like that, I'm talking about every day you spend on this earth is meant to push you closer to what you're gonna do, what you're aiming for. And that don't mean that you gotta always just work, because life is meant to be enjoyed too. You have to have a balance, a work and, you know, and a sense of fulfillment in life. You gotta have that balance, you know what I mean? And if your fun is your job, hey, more power to you. You know what I mean? If I was able to do sports full time, I probably wouldn't care about not having off days, just because this is my passion and this is what I love to do. So it kind of doesn't feel like work. You know, only time that kind of demoralizes you is when you feel like you don't have the eyes on you that you feel like you deserve, because you know that you bring something to the table that these other people don't bring. But it's just you haven't been consistent long enough to get to that point to show these people that you have more value to bring than these people in terms of knowledge, but not just that consistency. You know what I mean? So it's just trying to figure out that purpose, man. But if you think about it, man, for real, you know what I mean? So if you got this relationship and y'all going through a hard place, and if y'all really love each other, like y'all say y'all love each other, just imagine, bro, like, what happens if she's gone tomorrow? Or what happens if he's gone tomorrow? You see what I'm saying? You got to ask yourself those type of things. So it's like you have to be grateful, but you have to find a purpose. You kind of like, in my mind, I think that the people who live long are people who have a purpose, or people who always chasing past something. I think that in life, when you get too complacent and you really have that feeling of I'm good now, I don't need to do nothing else, those are the people that it really takes away your will to live. But if you're a person every day getting up, going and working and striving to try to put yourself in a position to be where you want to be, those are the people that, they're always seeking to get to that next level. They're always seeking to improve. They're always seeking to be a better version than what they are at that particular moment. So those are the people that I feel like they live extended lives, just because it was just always, how much can I learn? And that's me. I'm curious about a lot of stuff. I'm curious about men and women relations. I'm curious about taking my sports knowledge to the next level, whether it be boxing, football. I'm curious about taking my mental knowledge and being a proper leader whenever I have a family, or being able to lead people who are, that's walking with me, and, keep receiving the knowledge that can guide us through life. You know what I mean? So it's just trying to find that. And something else I would always say too, I would say now, is that in life, man, you can't put too much trust in people. A lot of times I think we put too much trust in people, and we put ourselves in positions to be hurt. Ultimately, I think that in this life, all you have is yourself and God. That's it. God is the person who knows you best, because he's created you. God has your destiny laid out for you, before you're even born. So who knows you better than God? God knows what you got to get through. So God is, he's going to let you go through it, regardless of how rough he knows it's going to be for you, because it's only making you stronger. So your parents, they're going to always tell you to go the lesser road travel, because it's easier, because they're thinking from like they say, self-preservation is the first rule of nature, right? So as a parent, your kid's self-preservation is the first rule. So you're going to always go with what's comfortable and what's taking the least amount of risk, but there's no reward when there's no risk. You know what I mean? There's no reward for that, So it's God knows what we have to go through. So he's the only person that we can look to, and that wouldn't steer us in the wrong direction. A lot of times I want to ask, why me, God? Why do I have to go through these things? Why can't life just be easy for me? But a quote from a movie, and you can take this how you want to take it, from a TV show I watched actually called Hemlock Grove. It was a good show. I recommend it if you want. Go look it up if that's what you're into. I'll say it's a good watch. But they used to always have this saying that whenever things was going wrong in the people's lives and they be wanting to complain, they always say, God doesn't want us to be happy. He wants us to be strong, because strength is what's going to carry us. Strength is what's going to take us to happiness. Strength is what's going to pull us from when we fall down and get in a mental rut to get back up. Strength is going to be what's going to pull us up. So you have to develop that strength. Happiness can only take you so far, because most time it's hard to be happy when you don't have the things that you deem necessary for your actual happiness. So it has to be strength that keeps you going up until you get there. But then happiness is short-lived. You never know. Tomorrow you can be happy, somebody die, now you sad. Now you're back in that predicament. But when you're strong, you can be happy, and when somebody die, you can be sorry because you will never see that person. But at the same time, life goes on and you have to keep pushing. Son, like Kevin Hart said, sun gonna come up every day, regardless of whether you hear or not. Sun is gonna come up every day. So with that being said, you need to act as the sun. Up until you leave this earth, you need to get up with a purpose. Whether it's to get in shape, whether it's to be a better father, a better mother, a better brother, a better son, a better dad, whatever the case it is, a better athlete. Have some type of purpose, because having purpose, it pushes you into a place mentally where you never would have deemed possible, just because of the circumstances of which you was, built in, you know what I mean? But you were able to work and mold and shift and make yourself a different person to be able to come out of that. And then the next thing after you do that is reach back down and try to pull the people up that wants to be uplifted. I know I kind of went all around with this video, but that was something I just was thinking about heavy just now, because I'm getting ready to go to sleep. So if I'm kind of not energetic in a sense, because I'm tired, like I said, I'm sleepy, so but I wanted to put that out while it was fresh on my mind. But like I say, man, you just got to find some purpose, man. Just don't get up and just vicariously float through the day and live for the weekends. Get up and have an idea of what you want to do, and not only have that idea, but push forward and and push to try to achieve that idea. But that is it for this video, man. If you did enjoy this video, you can thumb it up if you enjoyed it. If you want to, you can share it. If I said some things in this video you feel that someone needs to hear, I'm all for that. And if it's topics y'all want me to cover here in the future, you know, comment them down on this video or on any other video that you see, you know, to get my take or how I feel about anything specifically. You know, I'm ready to get this channel to that point, and I know I can get there. I just got to stay consistent, and I just got to do what I always tell you guys to do, is just believe in the process and trust the stick to the plan. You know, but with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all. I don't know why I'm saying, I'm starting on my words, but with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all in the next video. I'm out this thing. Peace. Good night.